Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video I want to talk about where you can actually spend your energy from Union level 30 to 40. This is of course from the player's perspective of a free-to-play player, but if you are play to win, efficiency is of course very useful for you because you want to get more bang out of your buck. First things first, let me talk about 30 to 40 and what you should be seeing once you hit level 40. What should your account look like? I'll explain it very simply, of course. So first things first, when you are 30 to 40, you are capped off at character level 60 and weapon level 60 as well. Ideally, in the ideal world, if you are super efficient, 30 to 40 will actually showcase a difference in an account of people who are good with their resource management and people who are not so good with their resource management. So I just turned 40 not too long ago, and what you should be looking like once you hit at the end and you can make your way slowly to that point, if any of you just want like a TLDR of stuff, you want to get to 70s and 70 of your main characters. For example, I have one for my MC who I use as my main DPS. You have Sanhua here, also I have her at 70 and 70 weapon as well. And also my third DPS, which is Tao Qi, who is also 70 out of 70. And the rest of them, like the other 3 units, because you would generally want to go for 2 teams, you have to prepare not only your 3 main characters, but also you have a second character, second team. For example, Danjing is at 70, her weapon is like only 60 because it's a blue weapon. I'm hoping to upgrade it in future. I have Yuanwu here at 60 out of 60 and Bai Zhi 60 out of 60. So I'm primarily focusing on like my main DPSs in my roster first, and that's what your account should look like. Not only do you need the character, weapons and stuff, you also want to focus on these like your fortes as well. So you want to increase the talents of these as much as you can. At first, your top note here won't be unlocked, so you want to try to get all these to like, I think 4 is the cap off at that level, and try to like maximize every single node for your main DPS. If you're wondering which you should go first, focus on the center node. This one gives you a change. It generally changes the effect skill and makes it a lot better. The off nodes are like 1.8% attack, which is like very minimal. So focus on this center node here, and then follow up by the talents of your main skills, damage and whatnot. Then the lowest priority will be these side nodes that you can go if you have the luxury of resource as well. So similarly, you should be looking very healthy. Like you can see my characters here mostly for some of the side nodes on, but all of them have their center node unlocked. My Tao Qi also has everything like 4 at least, with some of the nodes unlocked, and I also went for this new one here, which is unlocked at level 70 as well. Same for Danjing. This is a character that I was slowly building up because it's a lot of resources to pump in. I have her almost complete center node unlocked. Yuanwu also like 444 most of the part, center node unlocked. Bai Zhi, my healer, 4 on the important ones. I could do a little bit better, but the center node is unlocked as well. Healers generally are not super important. So the question then is, what do you farm at 30 and 40 to become this efficient, and why do you need to split up to 2 characters? You can actually clear the tower. For any of you who are wondering, you can clear the tower of adversity at 30 to 40 quite deeply already. I have some videos on the channel, you can check it out. Once you hit like somewhere around 37, you should be able to clear the first node and get into the hazard zone as well, which is where you can attempt if you want to. This is the one that is periodic, it resets every now and then, so you can get even more resources as a free-to-play player. You can already clear all the way once you are like somewhere around like 35, once you have enough resources. 35 to 37 is when I cleared the Tower of Adversity, the first stage to get into the hazard zone. So that's why you want to try to get 2 teams. You need 2 teams in order to get to the hazard zone. What is efficient to do? First things first, let's talk now in terms of like order of priority. If I were to focus, some of you might be wondering these boss essential materials over here. Between 30 to 40, you get more or less guaranteed 2. I think I've never seen a 3 drop at 30. And once you hit like 70 out of 70, it feels like the odds of whether it's 3 or 2 is like about 50% or maybe slightly less to drop 3 of these boss cores. So this is actually a very efficient thing to farm when you are in your 30 to 40 that bracket, because you need tons of this. This costs a lot of materials and it takes so long to farm. You have a lot of excess time if you're only just building 6 characters. You ideally want to go up to 9 eventually, but you can farm your last 3 later on. So I will work towards 6 characters, try to farm these boss materials, take them up to at least 60 out of 60, clear until the hazard zone, and thereafter what I want you to do is try to pre-farm for at least your main DPSs, your main 3 roster that you run around on your daily basis. It will help you clear a lot faster. So most efficient, I think, is the boss challenge. Even once you hit like 70 or 70, 3 drops are not very often, and at the same time, there's so many other things you can do at level 70. Once you hit like your Union level 40, rather than farming these boss nodes. So most efficient, boss nodes. Second one that I think is very good if you have no idea what to do is farming the weapon materials. Yes, you can get these golden nodes and you get slightly more purple and whatnot at level 40, but you need a ton of these, especially when you need to build like 60 characters. You will be farming this non-stop. So I find that this is super efficient because it's permanent gains. The energy that you spend now isn't really going to be like a lot better, and you don't really want to farm the other domains that can be farmed later on. That's much better. So first priority, boss challenges. Second one, I would say, is the forgery challenge. This is a very good. You need a lot of it for your weapons. You need a lot of it for your skills. You have 6 characters to build, so take your time on them. I think these 2 are my priority, and that's how I actually allocated my resources. In doubt, third priority now, if you are in doubt and you have no idea what to do, I would say go for credits. These are basically your saving grace if you have you don't even know how to farm on the day itself. Maybe you have more or less done closer to 40. Credits is very safe because the scaling, and I can show you real quick. If we go into this node over here, you can see that the scaling for credits is actually very decent already. Let me just go into this guy, and you can see shell credits here, rewards preview. At this node, you're basically earning, and this is like the previous node when you're like 30 to 40, you're earning 72k, which is only 4k less than Soul Phase 5, and at the highest maximum return is 8k. So you're basically only getting a 10% inefficiency farming credits versus at the higher tiers. So if you are lacking of credits, it's most efficient to actually farm it, or I would rank it like third priority at level 30 to 40. You already get like 10% less than the end game kind of rewards, which is very good. Credits in this game is super useful because you can go into many different vendors to buy the different stuff that you need, whether it's the flowers that you don't want to go around running the world picking up. For example, like where's my characters here? Like these materials, you can actually just buy them from the pharmacy. If you need any of these extra meds, I think you can buy them around as well from some of the EXP nodes like these ones, you can also purchase them for credits in the shop, so you can change that for resources as well. So it's very flexible to do. So I would say third priority would probably be credits. If you have no idea what to do, make sure you do some credits. That is generally quite efficient. Of course, your weekly challenges, this without a doubt, where you must do these you want these boss materials so that you can level up your core nodes as quickly as you can. Farm these, don't waste it at all. The only caveat is, let's say you're going to hit 40 within the week, then you might want to save it. So if like maybe you start Monday and you're already like 38, 39, most likely you're going to hit 40. So you want to save that at the very end, and that is what I would be prioritizing. Tacit fails, this is the one that I get asked a lot. Do you need to do this, and is it very efficient to do? I think I spent one whole level of energy just farming this just to see the efficiency of it, and I really don't like it at 30 to 40. The only benefit is you can push faster, but it's super inefficient to farm, and I would have much rather like level up my characters for more permanent gains. The reason for that, and let me just show you my characters over here. So getting these at a full set is very nice at all go, but very early on, you don't really care about min-maxing the thing. All you just need to do is like put in some levels on these like main stats over here, which can be gotten from the rewards when you clear the permanent content, whether it's in the Tower of Adversity, whether it's doing events and whatnot. Leveling up this is actually very obtainable without killing the tacit fails. So the tacit fails, what I'm looking for is actually going for the EXP level up materials rather than getting the specific ones in totality. So I found it very good just by, for example, going to my running around the whole world, leveling up my data bank. As you can see here, I'm almost at 20 already just doing running, and I'm a very chill player with many other games that we cover on the channel on our other main channels as well. So not too difficult to get a pretty good set. You want to use this function when you can, this data merge function. If you guys are unsure, do check out our guide where I teach you how to actually speed run to level at least level 15 so you can unlock the 5-star rarities. Check that video out if you're interested. You can do this very quickly. I teach you a shortcut as well. But yeah, I don't think Tesla fail is very useful. Only once you hit higher levels and it's more efficient to farm, then I will switch to that. For now, you can see like even my characters like this, for example, I Danjing, I don't even have a full set of like gold tier 5, and they aren't very well leveled. Like I kept some of them at like 20, you can see here like 25, 20, 20, 15, 15. So not even like fully maxed out on my main DPSs that I use always. You can see my MC here is like 25, 20, 17, 16, 15. Very, very not ideal and not fully leveled. Even my Tao Qi is like 21, 20, 16, 10, 10, which is, you can see my priorities are focusing elsewhere. And that is my honest recommendation on how you want to progress your resources and how you want to split your resources up from 30 to 40. If you found this video helpful, I think you will find a lot of the other beginner guides useful on the channel as well. I'm a free-to-play player. We create guides on how to clear Tower of Evers. The other content in this game, totally free-to-play. I play with only 4-star units. And I also will talk about a lot of other things on the channel. Check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching again. See you in the next video.